Why? The readings of today are reminding us to be very conscious of the reality of death in our lives. Let's go deeper on this. So we have sinned, original sin. That is what it is called. The sin of Adam and Eve is called original sin. That sin is taken care of in baptism. But after we have been baptized, just to give you an idea, that sin, they just disappear like that. The consequences of sin, they just disappear like that. So spiritually, we are free of sin, whether personal or original. But the root of the moral implication of sin remains. So there is no sin on my soul, but morally speaking, there are 7 consequences to that sin of original sin that has not been removed. The church calls those things capital sins. Now remember, so original sin now waka, but the stump, the root of it still remains, and it manifests itself morally. If I die after baptism, I will go to heaven. But if I am still on earth, there is every chance that the moral implication, the moral consequence of original sin will manifest in my life. The 7 sins, one of them is pride. That's the first one, the prince of all sins. It's called pride. In fact, pride is the root of the sin of Adam and Eve. The rebellion that happened in the Garden of Eden was driven by pride. That's the chief. That's the foundation of all sins. Pride, rebellion, disobedience. After pride, depending on how you want to arrange, the other one is anger or wrath. Anger is an emotional reaction. Wrath is rage. It's anger that has lost its wheels. You know, when you are moving on top speed and then one leg of your motor come out, when you lose one wheel, what thing you think is going to happen? You can somersault or even it can kill you. So anger is a natural emotional reaction to something that has upset you deeply or irritated you. But when it becomes wrath, it has lost control. When you have wrath, you can carry cutlass and chop somebody to pieces. The third one is called envy or jealousy. The two of them are not exactly the same. It is called envy when this my sister is wearing nice cloth and I wish that cloth was mine. That is called envy. But if this my sister here has a husband and she sees her husband texting with another person, she will feel jealous, which means that which belongs to her is about to be taken away. That is jealousy. When you feel like you are going to lose what belongs to you, you feel jealous. That is why the Bible tells us God is a jealous God. When the Israelites were beginning to practice idolatry, worship other gods, God becomes jealous because he's about to lose his people, or what belongs to him. The worship belonging to him is about to be given or has been given somewhere else. God is not envious. Amen, somebody. But God is what? Jealous. The fourth one is called lust. The sin of the flesh. We have seen how that thing has caused this ravage. One of the sons of Jacob slept with his concubine. Which of them? That's catechism. I'm not going to answer that one for you. Reuben. And Reuben was the number what? Was the firstborn son. How did Reuben end up? Go and read Genesis. You see the curses that were rained on Reuben. One of the children or two of the children of David also slept. In fact, God cursed, when God punished David, he said, your wives will be taken out. How many of his children slept with his wives or concubines or whatever? The lust. And lust is not just sexual. Lust is also the appetite of the flesh. The desire for material things. This greed for material things. The insatiable desire. The corruption in Nigeria is driven by lust. Also, part of it is also greed, which is another capital sin. That's number 5. Avarice or greed. But lust is generally the desires of the flesh. The desire to wear nice clothes can make somebody steal. The desire to wear the latest shoes can make somebody kill. In those days, when Nollywood began, initially, it began with one of that great movie called Living in. That is the first movie made in Nollywood. Show Nasabi. Living in Bondage. And they had to do anything to buy, what did they call that motor? Is it Pathfinder? What do you think was driving him? I want to be like my other people. Number 6 is called what? Number 6 can be sloth, which is laziness. Laziness not just in natural things, but laziness especially in spiritual things. There are many people who battle laziness. They can't pray easy. When they go plan, then they go pray. They'll pray on Monday. Then the rest of the week they are struggling. Sometimes the whole month they have not even been able to pray any serious prayer. They say, God, you know now, sorry, I tired. The next sign of the cross, they jump into bed. The next morning, they are running off. They have not blessed the day. They have not taken charge of the day. They have not taken authority of the day. They have not blessed their path. They are just running. Something bad happens. Say, God, why now? And the power of your day is in your hands. You haven't blessed it. You haven't taken authority. You haven't blessed the path you are on. Let me tell you something funny that happened one day. I was rushing to Cairo, I think in March, if not April. I think April. Mother's Day time was around April, isn't it? I was rushing off to go to Cairo. No, not Cairo, Jikwe, one night.